time, even though I'm not that old, but me see a couple. And are the best this we ever have. And I rest my case, me I go close my mic and allow the panel to talk.
Well said, Kizzy.
And I like what you just said, because you substantiate your talks. You substantiate why you consider it a good health sector.
That question, please.
And
come on, a chance then.
They're gonna second. Kizzy, I just want you to give me an idea. Who's the matron at the hospital? Who is the matron?
The head nurse.
Manager. It's like the manager.
The matron is usually a senior nurse, the head nurse.
The head
like
nurse.
a supervisor.
Somebody you can reach out any given day, right?
Yes, the matron at the hospital.
All right. So if you have a problem, you could reach out to the matron and you can tell the matron your situation. I'm just asking. I don't really know.
Yes, you can. And get her name. And always when you're in the system, just try to calm yourself, because Jamaican to Jamaican, as soon as you start, they turn off, and because they have the handle and you hold the blade, they walk off. You're disrespectful, you're threatening, and all of that. It is their right for safety, so they'll walk away from you because they think they're threatening. And sometimes family members threaten the healthcare staff. So therefore, if you encounter any kind of pushback in any healthcare system, first you get the name of the nurse. If it is not on their clothes, you need to ask. And they have no right to refuse you. They must tell you who they are. And then you start. You said, can I speak with the matron on staff? Because there's always a matron, there's always a sister, there's always a manager. We call it charge nurse. There's always a charge nurse who supervises the regular nurse. Ask for the people up top. Don't just settle with the nurse because you said, oh, I don't have any time, I have other patients. That's not your business. Your business is that you have a concern about your family member, and because of that, you want redress for whatever it is. Ask to speak with the matron, ask to speak with the sister, whoever
Jamaica,
it is, ask to speak with the charge nurse.
Yes, Kizzy.
Marvet is in the comment section. She's a nurse. So if you want to provide, if she wants to come up, because I don't know, it's possible that she might be busy. But she's outlining there: matron, deputy matron, ward sister, customer service rep, patient advocate. These are the persons who you call, and if you get mistreated in the hospital or you have a problem, it's not the minister who is not a doctor. Our minister is not even a medical doctor, And him do such a
the CEOs
job.
are not, though.
She says she's at work. She says she's at work, so she can't come up.
But Kizzy, normally the CEOs are not normally doctors.
I know, Empress. But you know, it was somebody they use getting stuffed and all the while.
Yes. They're not medical. They're not normally.
They're not doctor or whatever. Yeah, I know.
Doesn't have to be in medicine.
But the fact of the matter is, the matron is the person. They are responsible for overseeing the nursing staff and the general organization and nursing services within the hospital. Them you have to talk to.
And one thing everybody need to learn. Hospital is, yes, it's all about caring. But did you guys know hospital is a big business? It's a business. So a person with a big degree, a Tufton, it's the best person. It's a person about hospital is about business, it's making money. So you guys have to also understand that it's not about healthcare. And it is, but think behind it. That's right, because I always hear people, he's not even a doctor. Doesn't have to be a doctor. He's in business.
You know, me I will tell you something. You see, there's a doctor in Portland. He's a Nigerian doctor. And he has been my family doctor for a long time. Dr. Nduka. Portland people familiar with him. You see that man, Empress? Him are the best doctor we have in a Portland, my opinion. But him is not one of them doctor there where him, if there's a person where look for a tender loving doctor where he not depend that with you.
No.
You hear me tell you? If you want that, you have to go Dr. Williams.
Yes.
Dr. Williams are going to take time for you ask you, your mother or your father or your sister. Dr. Induka no depend that. Dr. Induka have to run in practice at Portland and then my feel and go run in practice down at Ochi Race, down at Stenton, wherever. So him come, him want the patient care, him have to treat that you get your medication. So this is the thing with Jamaicans, right? And I guess anybody, because if you're feeling sick, you want somebody who are going to tender care you and show you little empathy. But you have to remember, when a person the nurses and the doctors, you know, they can't be too lovey-dovey, you know, because every case I go attack them and take them personal, and then them are going to break down, them are going to have burnout.
Yeah.
They have to maintain professionalism.
Kizzy, and some people just want you to stand at their bedside and to tell you how they start off with their diseases to the time they get into the hospital.
Yeah,
and you know, we are great listeners. We have to be great listeners. But you have other things to do.
Not saying that nurses or doctors should be cool and uncaring. No. But when they have 5, 6, 7, 8, when they have a ward for run and they have 30 patients, when need. It is that's gonna be draining. Can you imagine? You know how much it takes for care, for show empathy and love, and a lot of Jamaicans need that touch, but to not look for the wrong person. The importance is if them see to your need, provide you with your medication, and see to your comfort.
But
you can't expect them to comfort you. That's how your family and friends, when they come visiting, and then for rub your head and rub your foot and your chest and your back and tell you, say, you go, all right.
And give a word of good encouragement and advice.
Yeah.
It's self-importance. It's a self-importance is a hell of a thing, you know.
Don't forget the prayer.
Let's see them to sit there, probably have to go see one shrink.
All right. So, how many euro we have again?
Anybody else have a question? Regarding the Auntie-Dana video?
I was just saying something to tap you up.
It's self-important. Auntie a question, guys, because she's our guest and basically she says she's not tribal or she don't shoot party, although she votes. She did say it.
When you say she's not PNP.
It no matter she what. It no really matter. Even if she a PNP, me no really have a problem. As long as she can be honest about whatever discussion or where she has share. Me no care.
Man.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
She earlier she said that I spoke like everything, like the healthcare system is superb. So maybe just want to hear from her, like in which area, even though I made my outline, I made a whole speech, but more hear from in her words what she think is really broken still in the healthcare field where really need immediate attention. What is being ignored?
Unmute the mic, Auntie P, how you want him?
As it relates to the equipment that you say I guess it will soon be coming. It is on its way. I have a huge issue where that is concerned. When you get to the hospital, I realize that persons have to be going to the private hospitals to pay for certain X-rays or imaging or whatever it is as it relates to. I guess the blood tests are done there. However, you go over for X-rays and MRIs and all of those. You have to be transferring the patient outside the hospital for those tests. And that takes like forever. And you have to wait until ambulance is available to take persons over. And that's a huge issue that I have. And another thing.
Let you finish, Jamaica man. Let you finish, man.
Please, my boss. Please, let me hear it. Make we hear what she say.
No, man, we just want to get an idea which hospital she talk about.
My boss. We know.
No, okay. Well, I know for KPH, as Sanisud, Mandeville Hospital and Maypen Hospital. I'm not saying all hospitals. So that is just my experience as it relates to those 3 hospitals. Also, one last thing. I listen to you all, but just one last thing. Also, Healthcare is free, which I'm not a wagonist for freeness. But as it relates to persons who are able to pay, why is it that the system is not for their persons with health cards and all of that? Why is it that the system is not processing those health cards, taking whatever payment from it, and where persons can't afford, then the hospital filling in those areas? Why is it free yet there are certain care that we cannot get? Yes, I do agree with Kizzy as it relates to some of those areas that you would have pointed out, especially where medication is concerned. I do applaud the hospitals when it comes on to the pharmacies that do assist with providing medication for patients, because it is quite expensive on the outside, and a lot of it can be had, or some of it can be had from the hospitals, and you get whatever else outside. But I think the system can take from persons who are able to pay, should be allowed to make payment, and those who have an issue, then those persons are still treated. And especially when you have a health plan that is owned mainly by a Trinidadian company like Sagicor, nothing is taken out. Sagicor benefits, our country don't.
So
that's
know that.
just the issue that I'm having.
You know the Sagicor is
and
a
I'm not blaming
company.
any, I'm just saying the system.
Barbados company.
Oh, I didn't know
Barbados
that.
is Trinidadian. Huh?
Yes, it is.
Didn't know
It is.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? What? Oh, is it going? All right.
Yeah, I was going to address the issue of equipment and why patients have to be sent and you have to wait on ambulances. First of all, as Mr. Auntie P, what did we inherit in 2016? Basically zero. Is a freshly, newly renovated system where you have to build from scratch, basically. Because as we say, I'm outlined for earlier, the government in the last 10 years had to renovate and build new wards and build new wings, several hospitals. Even right now, we have several under construction, right? So equipment will come in due time. You are totally correct that some hospitals are not equipped. But remember, in Jamaica, we have various type of hospitals, right? So when a KPH have equipment down problem, that is very serious, because KPH is our major hospital for surgeries and all of that stuff. So when they don't, but what is happening? What happened is we never inherit no equipment. Equipment's not cheap, and you can't put in equipment without providing maintenance. So you would have seen now too that this same very Minister Tufton has been doing that. They have been bringing in people, the technicians, to train our locals, right, in the equipment maintenance, and also some equipment of it in some cool room. You see them a bill all of that, right? So yes, that is an issue. The Jamaican public, unfortunately, we have to live with it until it is fixed. It is not a quick fix. Can't be a quick fix because of whole heap of money. But just like how when you look, the government inherited the NHF with 12 medication, and now it gone at 28, right? And this is a process, and it working now, and it working for and beneficial to a lot of Jamaicans. If we continue to support this government and support the minister, we will get there. It is not a quick fix. It could have never be overnight. The same thing with ambulance. And there are private ambulance companies now in Jamaica. But one of the issues that we are having to Auntie is the fact that some of the people who are working at the public sector also have their private practices and their private hospitals. And some of them divert services from the government so they can get the customer to pay at the private place for them to work. That is a very common practice in our country. So I know all the while the equipment down, sometimes the maintenance is not done, so that these people who have them private place, who work in our public place, can send the money to them private place. So it is not a government issue all the time. It comes back down to the people and we lack integrity. Well, we don't care about the sick, them care about them profit, at them at the cost. Because this is something that happened since forever. Just like how, if me is a patient, and say for example, me have arthritis, right? Arthritis or diabetes, asthma, the whole of them that they listed on the NHF. But if I am not aware or informed that I can go to my private doctor, apply for the NHF card, get it filled out, go to my pharmacy, get my card and get the subsidy, you know what will happen to me? If me back up on one smarty when I have no good, them now go inform me about that. If my doctor owns a pharmacy and him want the full profit, you think he might tell me about NHF card? No, he might tell me, say, go on down a pharmacy and he write the prescription and him send me there and me have to go pay the full money because me not have the knowledge. Me no know say the NHF cover hypertension, epilepsy, glaucoma, psychosis, thyroid disease. You understand? So this is why we have to educate the public, and me personally believe say more education of the public needs to be done when it comes to health. I mean, I see Minister Tufton doing the rounds. Sometimes I see people talk, but why not Galanga do this? You know, that he is out there in the streets, basically interact with the public, getting feedback and also informing them and educating. But he's one person. So it come back to us. It come back to us. When I spoke about the NHF 2 days ago, when I spoke about the facts and the benefits of the NHF 2 days ago, a young man and the lady was so happy. Him said, but this is a good thing. My granny don't know about this. And he took the information. We have to educate the public. And I believe personally, say more should be done. Health fairs, even on the clinics, they should be having on their grounds health fairs, health awareness day where them set up booths and make the community know what go on. So I believe more needs to be done. So when I say we government a PR government, I believe our government does not do PR enough. I mean, not about just in a health. Even right now, the JCF is doing an awesome PR. Good PR. They are out there in the public. Them a part of anything nationally and showcasing where they have upgraded and where them have to offer. But other ministries are not doing it. Other agencies not doing it, and more of that needs to be done. My opinion.
All right. Hold on. It's been a while since I've been here, and I'm sorry, but I just need to cut across this and say this, right? So me know of 6 heroes. I'm going to big up those 6 heroes this morning, right? So first and foremost, I'm going to start from the first one, what we would have considered as a hero. So I'm going to go back to, all right, the person I did I say something. You wish to come through fast and remember go upon where may I go upon?
Come on, talk, man. We are listening, man.
All right, so first...
I want to say something, guys. Good morning.
Morning.
I just want to endorse what Kizzy has said earlier, because I have a first-hand experience, because I used to work at one of the major hospitals in Jamaica, and I have seen what has happened and the main problem that we have in Jamaica, because I know that persons may have it that is because we have to speak like it's all about politics, because a lot of persons have it to say if Jamaica is a PNP country. So that is the main problem we're having in the healthcare today, because I know that the minister is doing such an awesome job, but yet, you ever heard it saying when you give person basket to carry water? That basically happening. Because persons are there, they are not carrying out their work or their duty effective in the way that to assist the public when they come. So if you don't have like the matron and the sisters on the spot, sometimes you can see how the the regular nurses treating the patients when they come in. First, when you have the patient come in, you go through customer service. So customer service should be the one right there to introduce certain stuff, like to tell the patient and to help them to the best way possible. But you have persons who sabotage the system. So as was said earlier, if persons don't well inform or know what to do and the right protocol, they just start to curse and start to behave badly and start to curse the minister, which is not so. There always a protocol. So if you don't know to ask person for their names and just start to behave badly, they're gonna really walk away for real, as what Empress said earlier, and they don't want to talk to you anymore. So all you need to do, persons don't get boisterous and try to behave in a manner where you have to call security. They call security to get you out. So right there, you don't get any justice because they're gonna say you're behaving badly and they are feel threatened. So all you need to do, get the nurse name, ask for supervisors. You have matrons, you have sisters, you also have the administrators who is always on shift. There's no shift that you don't have those persons on board that you can speak to. But a lot of times I notice that there are, you have services that is available in the hospitals, but you have the doctors, not telling the patient about those services. The nurses also, because they have their private practices where they can refer them to their office. So if you don't know, that is a big problem in the healthcare today. It's happening for many years now, and it's still happening today. I know where the minister is trying his best to step in, and as he said, couple months ago, he said gonna have persons going in to observe what is happening. I'm hoping that majority of those behaviors will be person may get in trouble for that, because if he say what he's gonna do, I think a lot of those stuff gonna be get in check, because if doctors gonna refer person to their private offices while the hospital offer those services, I think they should cramp down on those things, because it's all about making money, and the healthcare is getting bad name for that. So I don't think person should just broad brush the minister. They should be honest and realize that is the system and the people who are in the system is sabotaging the healthcare system right now. So all you need to do, as the minister say what he's gonna do, if he make sure that every hospitals, every clinic have somebody in there who is there on the ground to observe what is going on, I think we're gonna have one of the best healthcare in Jamaica.
Okay. Jamaica man, can I just drop in something quick?
Do it fast, please, please,
yeah. She's correct in what she just said. Just put in some people undercover and see what is going on. All right. No, she mentioned something about Sagicor now. What that mean now? That is why when people go back and talk about PJ Patterson legacy and so on, people say you're going back. But you have to go back, because remember LOJ, First Life, you go in New Kingston. I don't remember which one. And you look at that big glass building, big blue nice glass building that First Life building owned. And you look at the big LOJ building. LOJ, but those are Jamaican companies owned by Jamaicans, you know. No, Sagicor, LOJ bought First Life, all right? What happened? They wrecked in the 1990s. They wrecked with the interest. They wrecked LOJ. LOJ was now taken over. Majority of the share was sold. Yeah, the PJ they sold majority of the share to Barbados Mutual Life Insurance Society, a much smaller company than LOJ, you know. So the company get this big LOJ with all its customer base and everything for little and nothing. All right. And that happened during FinSac. And so almost all our insurance companies, okay? I just want to put in that. So they just rename it Sagicor, but it's really with a simple like a Barbadian company that bought it out. And a majority shares now in Sagicor, which is mainly a Jamaica-based company. The base that the profit is coming from Jamaica. The other day I saw somebody posting the top CEO in the Caribbean and their salary, the top salary, the CEO who are earning the top salaries. And there was a question, somebody was asking a question. Where does Sagicor get money to pay that so much, to pay its CEO so much, is CEO so much money? Because in it, you have a lot of CEO from Sagicor earning a lot of money. And it's all coming from the Jamaican market.